That woman is dead right now.
I brought them in.
She was stabbed more than 100 times.
That's Charles Ivy being grilled by detectives about the gruesome murder of his ex and her baby boy.
And then the building goes on fire, and not to mention your baby's mom, your children, bro. Your children.
I'll go through how Ivy tried to save himself but ended up behind bars facing a possible death sentence. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. A special place in the gates of hell. That's what the police chief said Charles Ivy, the defendant in this case, deserves for stabbing his ex-girlfriend 100 times before setting her apartment on fire with their children inside. It's unbelievable. This case is out of Daytona Beach, Florida, and it began in November of 2023. Police Chief Jakari Young described this as the most horrific crime he's ever seen. Young said that Ivy stabbed Denja Moore and then set her apartment on fire. Moore and Ivy had 2 children together, ages 4 and 5, but Moore also had a 10-month-old baby boy who died in the fire. By the grace of God, the 2 older children survived. Detectives confronted Ivy in the interrogation room.
So what was your thought going on in your mind?
At that time?
Mm-hmm.
Why so strong? Man.
Yeah.
So when
They
you
gonna put this on me?
That's what you thought?
Yeah, like, man, like, why so strong? They gonna put it on me, and then, like, you know, you got everybody just pointing the tasers, you got the guns and all that.
Well, that's kind of an odd reaction.
Detectives believe the evidence is stacked against Charles Ivy. That interrogation was in November of 2023, but now nearly 2 years later, his case still has not gone to trial. The state attorney for Volusia County is seeking the death penalty against Ivy. He faces 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder, 2 counts of attempted felony murder, and arson of a dwelling for allegedly starting the fire at Moore's home in Daytona Beach. Denja had custody of the 4-year-old girl and 5-year-old boy that she shared with Ivy, but Ivy is actually the father of 7 children with a few different women. So Denja is just one of the women he is supporting at the time with whom he shares children. He's also seeing another woman named Jasmine.
Why don't you just commit to Jasmine? And you wouldn't be having any of these headaches and nightmares.
Right. I don't know.
You just can't keep it in your pants, can you?
I just choose not to. Yeah, I choose not to.
The choices we make dictate the lives that we lead.
That's very so. That's very so.
This type of dynamic is toxic, and it's a motive that detectives consider pretty early on, that maybe Ivy just has too many obligations, especially since Ivy admits he was sleeping with both women, Jasmine and Denja, at the same time.
You're deleting photos because you don't want to see her seeing over your shoulder what is in your phone.
Right. Well, that's not issues, though. That's just...
Well, then maybe she's got issues with you.
Right.
You don't have issues with her,
Yeah,
but maybe she's got issues with you.
That's a better way, yeah.
And to make your life a little bit easier, you try and eliminate those issues as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just cash app her the 120 instead of having to go all the way down there?
Nikki Cash Out wasn't working. It wasn't working.
On the night of November 20th, 2023, Ivy admits that he went over to Denja's home to drop off $120, and that was the last time anyone ever saw her alive, because just before midnight, Daytona Beach police say the fire department responded to the apartment because it was fully engulfed with flames and black smoke was coming from the home. Quickly, authorities entered the apartment, navigating the heavy smoke to recover any survivors. Firefighters rescued the 2 children and rushed them to a children's hospital, saving the lives of the 4-year-old and 5-year-old. But Denja and the baby, they were not as fortunate. Denja was dead, and there was no saving her baby boy, who passed away after suffering from cardiac arrest at the hospital. Since Ivy was the father of the children, police tried to reach him to tell him about what had happened, but they couldn't find him. Until the next day, when Detective Cassidy decided to camp out outside of Ivy's home, and she watched as Ivy and the woman he was currently living with, Jasmine, loaded suitcases and bags into their car. She also noticed that Ivy had an injury to his leg. Ivy wasn't brought in for questioning until authorities got a search warrant. According to the arrest warrant, Ivy was armed with a lethal cutting instrument when he was arrested.
Recovered some property as we feel is evidence, but I wanted to give you a chance to first of all, I would like to hear your story and see if you're willing to talk to us. So, my partner will end up, he's gonna read you your rights, and then if you're willing to talk, then we'll talk.
Okay.
Okay?
The world can be a really scary and unpredictable place, and that's where our partner and sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, comes in. The firm has more than 1,000 lawyers because they win a lot. In the last few months alone, Morgan & Morgan has secured a $9.3 million verdict for a car crash victim in Florida, a $5.6 million verdict for another car accident victim in Atlanta, not to mention a $1.8 million verdict in Kentucky after the insurance company offered the victim a mere $5,000 in that case. Can you believe that? Even if you think your case isn't worth millions, why not start a claim and fight for what you deserve? Morgan & Morgan makes it really easy. You can start a claim from your phone in just 8 clicks. So if you're ever hurt, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/crimefix or click the link in the description and pinned in the comments.
Now, before questioning even begins, Ivy overhears a phone call and he wants to set the record straight.
There was something that you said that you wanted to address.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that you wanted to address?
Make sure that we seen a trailer that was damaged from my hand to my leg. And explaining that was just from lifting it up. My leg got caught on it. We can see the on the trailer. If I don't know if they can take pictures, it's a end point that's pointing out on it that messed it up. Boom. And it happened earlier that morning when I'm heading straight out. What I do, I go straight out. I don't do nothing else, put on my clothes, go straight out.
What morning did it happen?
Yesterday morning.
Now, what Charles Ivy doesn't know is that the investigators, they've already done their due diligence on this case. They've used traffic cameras to pinpoint Ivy's location around town the night of the murder. Through the cameras, detectives clocked a timeline of Ivy's whereabouts, starting with the time he got off his shift at Checkers at 10 p.m. His SUV was captured heading in the direction of Denjaw's apartment. Then minutes after the fire was reported, detectives say his vehicle was driving away from the apartment and toward his home in Ormond Beach. Detectives changed the topic and they try to get Ivy to confirm the details they already know.
So you leave there at about 10:42. Where do you go from there?
No, I went at 10:40. It couldn't have been 10:42. I left a little bit before then because 10:42. Denisha had called me. Nikki had called me. I let her know I was leaving.
Okay.
That I was already on the way. Matter of fact, and I said I was called. Yeah.
She called.
Mm-hmm. She called, and I said, by that time I was passing by mainland.
Okay. So you took International?
Right, because that's what I'm coming from the Speedway Carrabba's.
Mm-hmm.
And going up to, then I go make a left. I mean right, to go, what is that? Clyde Morris, to that way.
So you take International to Clyde Morris and make a right on Clyde Morris.
Yeah, to go to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where do you go from there?
Then I go to Denisha's.
What time do you think it was when you got to Nikki's house?
If that was 10:42, 11, probably a little bit before 11.
Before 11.
Yeah, a little bit before 11. 10:42 don't take that long, probably like 5 minutes.
When you left Checkers on your way to Nikki's house, did you stop anywhere in between?
No.
Get a soda, pack of cigarettes, anything?
No.
Nothing?
No.
When you got to Nikki's apartment, who was there?
She came to the door. I didn't really see nobody else there.
Okay. I'm like was the kids there or anything?
Yeah, they could have been, but it was at that time they usually be asleep at
Okay.
that time, right? So I didn't really see.
So Nikki answered the door, or did you just walk in?
Yeah, she had already unlocked the door, but I still had knocked and she had came to the door with and everything.
So Ivy tells detectives that he arrived at 11 p.m., stayed for 15 to 20 minutes, and remained in the parking lot for 30 minutes, leaving at 11:35. But according to the fire marshal, the fire started between 11:32 and 11:42 p.m. and was intentionally set, with the fire starting in two locations, a telltale sign of arson. The first fire was set in the kitchen area. All 4 burners on the kitchen stove were turned on. Large amounts of miscellaneous burnt paper and a box on top of the stove were found. But when investigators asked Ivy about the burner, he mentions that he was the one who turned it off.
Turned that off.
You turned it off?
Yeah.
So you did use the stove.
Well, I wasn't using it. I didn't use it. She was using it.
You touched the stove.
I touched the stove.
When you say she was boiling a bottle, describe that.
Yeah, like warm it up. Like, so you put water in the pot
Okay.
and turn it on, let it hit a certain temp, and then you just...
She have glass or plastic bottles? Baby bottles.
Plastic.
Plastic.
And I believe that it was on the front eye.
On what?
On the front eye, the bottle. Like she put it, we used the front eye for the bottle.
The burner?
Yeah, the front burner. Yeah, the front burner. That's the one we used.
How
for
many
the
burners are on that stove?
Regular. 4. Right,
4?
Yeah, just the regular 4.
And if I'm looking at the stove, which one did she have the
That front one.
the first one on the right?
Yeah,
Front right?
front right. Yeah.
Okay. Did you just turn it off or did you move it to another burner?
No, turn it off.
Just turn it off?
Mm-hmm.
Was the water like simmering or really boiling, rolling?
It was it was good. It was like regular. I mean, like, it wasn't like too much. It was the normal temperature. What is the normal temperature? Let me be precise. It was. I wouldn't know how to describe. It wasn't overdoing it. You know, it was ready for him. It was gonna be ready. Probably had to let it sit.
Bubbles coming up from the from the bottom?
And you probably just had to let it sit. And just all you had to do is just let it sit for a little minute, like she usually does it. Just let it sit, and then it'll be ready.
Okay, so
Because he gonna wake up, because he usually wakes up about 12-1. And then she gotta get him that bottle. So she just prepping it. She always,
Were there any other burners on?
I know. I know.
The investigators are losing their patience, and the fire marshal says there was another fire that also started in the northwestern bedroom where Danjean and her 10-month-old son were found.
You are the only one, right now, you are the only one that can answer this question. You're the only one that can answer the question why this woman is laying dead like that. Stabbed over 100 times. 100 times.
I don't know. I'm telling you, sir, I was in my car. And it's as valid as it can get. I was in my car. I did not stay in there.
You think we're gonna believe that you're just sitting there in your car and your baby mom is right in front of you?
She's not in front of me. Can we go back?
Your baby mom is
That's not in front of me. That's not in front of me. That's not
Your
in front of me.
baby mom is in this building.
That's not in front of me, though.
Your baby mom is in this building
It's not in front of me.
being stabbed more than 100 times. Being
And I'm
stabbed
there.
more than
And-
100
and I'm there
times.
in the parking
And
lot.
you're there in the parking
And
lot.
I'm there in the parking lot.
And then the building goes on fire. And not to mention your baby's mom, your children, bro. Your children. Your children are in
I did
there.
not see any smoke coming from it. I did not even see any smoke coming from it.
You can't tell me that.
It was.
You
It
can't
was
tell me
two
that,
guys
man.
out there. It was two guys out there. It was two guys out there.
First,
I was
there's
pulling
nobody
up.
out there.
No.
There's two guys out there.
It was two guys. It was two guys when I pulled off. Just like I forgot I went to Wells Fargo.
It does make sense.
Yes, that I.
So it makes sense to you that you were there when your baby moms were stabbed 100
I
times.
was in my car.
The building was set on fire with 3 children inside of the apartment. And you're in your car in the parking lot. That makes sense to you.
I didn't.
What happened in there, Charles?
Nothing happened. I'm telling you, Sam.
I can tell you
man.
something happened. I showed you the picture already. Something happened.
Something did happen.
I had to go to your baby mom's autopsy
I understand that.
for 3 hours. Not only her, the baby that was laying next to her.
I understand that. What? No, I was
The
rolling
baby
up.
that was laying next to her, man.
I was rolling up, man.
I can't believe you can sit there and tell me that. I can't believe you can sit there and tell me that lie.
I didn't see.
And you can't tell me the reason. What happened?
Nothing happened. We good. We good. We good. We good.
Now, if everything is all good, like Ivy mentions, then shouldn't he be showing some emotion about losing the mother of his children and her baby son dying too?
You know what surprises me? Is we're sitting here having this conversation. I show you a picture of Nikki, and you're not bothered by that.
I'm highly bothered by it. But I've been in the military. I was infantry. Highly bothered by it. I asked the ladies earlier. I'm highly
Not to
bothered by it.
mention Nikki, your children, and that one baby. That
I went up there to
1-year-old
see him.
baby.
Did you know I went up there to see him? I went up there. That's why I was going when y'all even put me up. I was just up there this morning. As soon as the officers came, we went straight up there. I talked to the social workers. I talked to everyone. I even seen the children. Asked them how I reacted up there. I'm just keeping my composure here. But just ask them how I was. From the detective.
I saw your response. I saw the video.
Right.
Your reaction was carefree at that point.
Carefree.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, you ain't see me sit down? You ain't see me sit down and have to gather myself? Oh, that's an opinion then.
It is.
That's an opinion. Yeah, that's an opinion. Yeah, that's an opinion then. Whoa. Yeah. You see me sit down? You wanted me to cry for you.
I didn't want you.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying.
You continue with that. Not me.
No, I'm just saying. It's just a question. Right? I've just asked the question. I just asked the question.
Then the detectives decide that it's ready to drop a bomb on Ivy.
What are you going to say? What's Jasmine going to say if the DNA results come back that Messiah is yours? Because we know it's not Max's.
You know that?
Mm-hmm.
How you know?
Courts know that. Max did a DNA test.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. What's going to happen when the
For Jasmine?
tests come back that
That Messiah
Messiah
is
was
yours.
yours?
And
What
Messiah
happens?
is now dead.
And you say, what happens with what? I'm sorry, you asked that. What happens with, like, what you mean, like, what happened?
What's going to happen? How are you going to break the news to Jasmine?
Like I do last time, just say it. Just gotta say it.
That your child.
Right.
That your child was murdered.
Then detectives hit Ivy with something else.
Question was, what did you take out of Nikki's house?
I ain't take nothing out of it. That's the thing, I didn't take anything out.
Then how are we going to explain if her phone and your phone both track in the same direction?
At the same time. And she's in the house. On fire.
Her phone's not.
And her phone is in your car with you, traveling away from the scene. Make that make sense.
And why would you think her phone would stop?
Despite being present at the victim's apartment during the fire, Ivy doesn't reveal who committed the murder or the arson.
Who else could have done it then?
Anybody could have done it. No. Anybody out there could have done it. That's crazy. You think that? That's an opinion then. That's a strong opinion.
Detectives decide to stop the questioning. It's gone on for a while, so it continues the next day.
Did you get any sleep?
Yes, sir. Going through the process, you know? I mean, well, you don't know, right? Just whatever, you know, just going through the process.
How you feeling now?
Going through the process.
Are you feeling okay?
I ain't had my medicine.
You did or did not have it?
But it's medical, but so I talked to the lady to see what's the alternate that I can get.
What do you mean by that?
Like process the thoughts.
So you gotta go through the process. You said that about 4 or 5 times.
Go through whatever the process is. That's what I just know. That's a military term for me. Just whatever it is, you know.
What, man? It's Dakota. You got, they're doing better now. They're trying to get him out of the hospital. You were going up there yesterday, right? So they're not going to get released today, but hopefully tomorrow they're going to be okay to leave the hospital, either tomorrow or Friday.
Detectives truly try every trick in the book, but Ivy won't crack, and now it's unclear if we'll ever find out the truth of what happened that night from him.
The evidence is already there. You're already here. Nikki's family, man, they want this to be over with, man. They want to know why, what happened. Here's my thing. You can let us tell the story, or you can get your side out there. You know what I'm saying? We know.
Clean slate for you to apologize on. Here's the instrument to start that apology. You can write it to
Nikki's family.
You can write it to Dakota and Jess stuff. You can write it to Jasmine. Hell, you can write it to yourself. Write it to your mama.
Excuse me. I'm with the public defender. It's here to see Mr. Ivy.
Okay. You want to speak to your attorney right now?
I'm your attorney, Mr. Ivy.
Okay, I guess, I don't know, I'm confused, excuse me, I don't know. I guess if you get in the gap, too. I guess I'm cool. I mean,
I think we should talk. You can talk to these guys anytime.
Well, talk goes down if you'd like to.
We'll finish our story.
talk to him. You want the pass? You need the pass? Oh, you gotta go.
You can leave it. Yeah, leave it. Yeah.
You need the pass?
You can talk to him with us if you'd like to.
And that's how the interrogation ended. The public defender is still representing Charles Ivy, and he's currently being held without bond in the Volusia County Jail. Charles Ivy is due back in court next month, and a trial date has not yet been scheduled. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.